хорош, насколько я помню.
хочу нюк.
Да, может быть,
Пик от
нюк.
MOUZ?
Да.
Да, пик от MOUZ. Ну, сейчас уже будет.
Сейчас посмотрим.
От Faze, в принципе...
Тоже
Так,
неплохо.
Стоп, у нас тут...
у
нас
перепутано,
как-то
видимо,
сработало.
лого.
Да, это пикнули MOUZ нюк, короче. Ну, то есть, если Faze забанили оверпас... если MOUZ забанили оверпас, а Faze вертига, да, то это пика, вот, все. Да. Вот теперь все нормально.
Что-то вообще... Я думаю, Faze забанили.
Серег, объяснишь,
овер,
почему нюк ждал?
Объясню, почему нюк. Ну, потому что Faze доджили нюк очень много раз. Мы это уже обсуждали в вето. И в полном составе на EPL тоже они не сыграли этот нюк против там какой-то команды, я не помню какой уже. То есть мы говорили, вот, Faze в полном составе, будет интересно посмотреть на нюк. В финале, вот, да, это был бан нюка и игра на вертига. Ну, то есть вот если настолько, ну, вы понимаете, что все-таки, возможно, там не настолько все хорошо, и, возможно, также подумали MOUZ Sports. Поэтому, ну, я на месте... На другой любой карте преимущества нет. И на этой, возможно, тоже нет. Но надо пикать ту карту, на которой ты уверен, и плюс ты явно видишь, что оппонент, ну, не шибко счастлив ее играть. Поэтому, ну да, я бы тоже, наверное, пикал нюк на месте MOUZ. Это пол, на самом деле, неплохой для MOUZ. Да, и пол вообще, ну, типа... Окей.
Да, я вот только хотел сказать, что Inferno это пикает Faze, понятно, очень хорошая для них карта, но и для MOUZ Sports так-то они очень рады играть Inferno, в принципе, как только, ну, и раньше всегда любили, и Dexter, когда присоединился к команде, это сразу начали внедрять как одну из своих топовых карт, обыграли они Outsiders на ней, так что, может быть, не просто для Faze, но я думаю, они понимали, что здесь как бы будет, какие карты здесь могут быть, и, вероятно, где-то поработали над своим нюком. Айдын, как думаешь, как у нас будут обстоять дела на первой карте? Насколько здесь вероятно, что MOUZ смогут зацепиться за свой пик?
Я думаю, что здесь все может быть. Все абсолютно может быть. У Faze нюк, в принципе, неплохой, насколько я помню, но я как-то давненько не смотрел их на этой карте. Но, судя по винрейту, все не так уж и плохо. Да, вот, как говорил Серега, не в основном ставе ребята играли. Но я не думаю, что замены вот те JKS и так далее не прям уж так скажутся, как по мне. Я думаю, здесь 2-0 либо Faze, либо MOUZ.
Это очень интересно. А как это ты с какой-то с чем связываешь?
Не знаю, просто как-то душа говорит мне.
Чучка это тоже.
Неплохо, да.
Серег, у тебя тут все-таки, я так понимаю, ты рассчитываешь, что MOUZ, если что-то и смогут в этом матче продемонстрировать, то это надо в любом случае за свой пик цепляться? Или как у тебя по картам, что скажешь?
Нет, я же сказал, ну, как бы для MOUZ все три карты приемлемые. Это же касается Faze. То есть здесь просто проверяется сила команды. Естественно, Faze в данный момент времени, даже если они проиграют этот матч, они все равно команда сильнее. Но тут формат турнира подразумевает... расслаблял его от фаворитов, ну, потому что слишком много шансов на то, чтобы как бы проиграть лишний раз. Но думаю, что уже не в этом матче. Я думаю, что Faze в данный момент времени будут как бы чувствовать себя точно так же, как Нави после вчерашней плевухи. Вот, и они соберутся намного крепче, чем во вчерашнем матче с BG.
Ну что же, будем наблюдать. За кем в первую очередь стоит наблюдать на этой карте? Кто должен себя, по-вашему, вот если говорить про MOUZ Sports, будут они начинать здесь в атаке, от кого ждем больше всего хайлайтов? Кто должен зажечь, чтобы они выиграли на нюке?
JDC и Frozen.
Ну, кстати, вот JDC, слушайте, вот вкратце, пока у нас матч еще не начинается, там есть небольшая задержечка, мне кажется, он прям очень, очень серьезно смотрится. Все-таки как-то нет ощущения, что это игрок какой-то неопытный, по крайней мере, у меня такого ощущения не было по тому, как смотрел матчи некоторые уже на этом турнире от MOUZ Sports. Айдын, как у тебя впечатление от этого игрока?
Вот JDC, я его, в принципе, давно видел, я давно его знаю, и он просто 24/7 раньше играл в FPL. Я думаю, от этого он получил очень много опыта, и именно из-за этого, скорее всего, он попал в MOUZ Next, так же, как и остальные ребята. Просто большинство игроков, мне кажется, отбирались в MOUZ Next таким образом. на фейсте, где-то стреляют, где-то прям очень жестко выдают. И 5 таких ребят собрали. Ну, Торши все знали до этого, он постоянно играл за Game Agents, за какие-то еще команды. Вот. И JDC индивидуально он очень сильно прокачался. Так же, как и Кримба, я думаю, можно сказать. Парни просто с фейста вышли и дальше начали очень серьезные результаты показывать. Ну и Академии тоже свою работу делают, тоже тренера там серьезные, я думаю, они тоже помогают.
Да, и это явно можно, конечно, и сказать, учитывая то, что тренер-то из Академии стал тренером основного состава. И вот, кстати, нам показывают, вот он за спиной игроков, потихоньку готовятся ребята стартовать матч. Бимас настроен, доволен. Ребята в хорошем настроении. И тренер, как вам вообще, видели ли вы какие-то изменения в том, как MOUZ Sports играли раньше, и теперь вот с приходом нового тренера и с приходом молодых игроков, или это в целом плюс-минус та же команда, которая так очень точечно как-то пытается подстраиваться, но ничего кардинально не поменялось в последние месяцы в их игре?
Я скажу так, что я не смотрел слишком много матчей MOUZ Sports, начнем с этого, поэтому судить не хотелось бы об этом. Однозначно, вот это первое. Но второе, пока еще, опять же, то есть на EPL играли с одним игроком, это сейчас только там матчи с новым игроком, и всей картины не видно. И то есть мы не знаем, насколько сильно тренер, например, влияет на построение игры. Может, там Декстер все рассказывает, поэтому непонятно, как это все работает, но да.
Что ж, давайте посмотрим, как будет все работать у MOUZ Sports на нюке. Их карты, начинают они в атаке. Ребята готовы стартовать матч, постараются забрать свой пик против топ-1 команды мира на текущий момент. И давайте наблюдать, получится у них это сделать или нет.
Давайте понаблюдаем. Все-таки концептуально очень схожие команды у нас сейчас схлестнутся на сервере. Faze Clan вчера получили ту еще пощечину, проиграв со счетом 0-2 команде Berlin International Gaming. Вряд ли что-то подобное случится сегодня, хотя случиться может всякое. Так или иначе, мы рады вас приветствовать. Это студия Мейнкаст, у микрофонов я, Ленин Айви, конечно же, Арсений, Сеня Треноженко. Здравствуй, Сеня.
Приветик. Слушай, насчет сегодня, если честно, не совсем согласен, потому что, мне кажется, ребята из команды MOUZ Sports могут быть чуточку сильнее, чем Биги. Вот так, если брать, да? То есть, если до вчерашней победы, вот сравнивать Биг и MOUZ, то
Так.
что бы ты сказал? Наверное, 60-40 в пользу MOUZ, нет?
Вопрос, конечно, интересно поставлен. Сложно на него ответить. А ты бы сказал так, 60-40 в пользу MOUZ?
Я бы сказал, что MOUZ могут, в принципе, то есть MOUZ сильнее вроде как, более молодые, индивидуальные стрелки, тоже там готовятся, тренируются, в общем, такое. Ну и классно себя показали в Катовице, насколько я помню, да.
Maybe win another big event, but they have to qualify for that big event. And they can do it right here, right now, if they take down MOUZ. But will it be as easy as these guys and maybe I think as well? Or maybe Scrawny Launders think that MOUZ will take the win as well. Let's ask them.
Don't sleep on the academy, James.
You asking me, James?
You never know.
You asking me?
Yeah.
I think MOUZ are going to give a good fight.
Yeah.
I think that FaZe are definitely the favorites. I think they're looking to rebound from that big upset. You can't sleep on this MOUZ. And I think Pimp bringing up those statistics that Dexter is here to play on an individual level, that bodes well for MOUZ. This is a well-formed MOUZ.
No, I think...
a good showing. A good showing guaranteed, I think.
I think for once, Pimp had a really good segment, actually. I really liked everything he said.
Yeah, the real underdog of the situation.
I'm totally on board. I actually loved his hot take analysis about Dexter versus BMAS. Is like, you typically want to have BMAS playing well, but like you said, if Dexter can play well, BMAS will eventually play well because he's been more consistent lately. I love that. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, Nuke's a strong map for both teams. This is going to be a great series for both teams. You better believe it.
Let's get it on. That was an awkward start. Forget about it. What's happening now is a 3v2 for the CT side inside the A site. Ooh, Frozen's got a little more fight left in him. But that's all she wrote, folks. Pistol, the way of FaZe.
Yeah, they shut it down on the hold. The flash is so good, it blinds everybody on both sides. I mean...
we call that the Swiss flash.
That's a neutral flash.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. An indiscriminate flashbang there to enter into the site. FaZe won the round on the hold. Yeah, this series, you know, the maps that you thought you hoped or thought that it would be either Dust 2 or Ancient were totally possible.
Definitely.
And with both these teams, there is so much overlap with their great maps that it's hard to see exactly where they wanted it to go. But it also makes sense that MOUZ maybe didn't want to take FaZe to Ancient, even though they can play it, just because FaZe are just destroying on Ancient right now.
I see that as well. If you really want to test the individual levels of MOUZ on a map like Dust 2, probably not. So with both of those permabans open,
eventually, I mean, he has to get the kill.
Brokey trying his damnedest, man. MP9 still all over this kill feed. VMAX with the Glock as he falls to the hands of the Canadian killer, Twists.
I think there is a weird world where this is a stomp in favor of FaZe.
Yep.
Maps are strong, and a lot of people are wondering, like, how did FaZe lose to Big? But actually, after they beat
One word.
Big,
Crimbo,
baby, Crimbo Slice. After they played their first match that we casted, the Dust 2 game.
You saw it.
I actually said to Hugo, he was like, "What do you think about Big?" I was like, "I think they could beat FaZe." It was like that convincing, and then they actually do it too. I didn't think it'd be 2-0, but that's how good they were. So that's all to say that even though FaZe lost that game, I don't think it's just because they were playing badly. I think Big were playing incredibly well. And here's a good start for MOUZ.
Get that entry.
Nade in response. Look how much damage that 1 HE does.
Oh, it's so thick, man. They're laying it on this hut play. Rain and Brokey able to recover.
Oh, that
man
twist.
advantage off of Rain's play, too. Catching JDC. You just see these assists flooding that kill feed. We get this trophy room push, but no hyper-extension from Robs. He's just going to lock into the trophy room, comfortably holds off. Sits right here in the waiting room, we'll call it. Torzi and Frozen looking to piece together the clutch. If only they had the bomb, they could easily drop down vents. B-site so clear for the taking.
Yeah, partly though, that's why we've got double up in heaven. They know they have control of the situation, so Robs can flank whenever he'd like to, but he can also just sit here and wait for them to fall back if they'd like.
Still
a minute up, and there is a chance that they could grab the bomb and walk back. It'd be kind of risky, but they also want to take one.
They've done it.
Yeah, they have opened up the vent rotate down, and it's a scary peek for heaven. They've been testing it, so they'll find the opening, and they'll get down quietly. And at a certain point, FaZe will check. But it'll be a bit slow.
Yeah, they still haven't even looked.
They haven't looked. They don't think Torzi or Frozen would have had the gall to check it out, but they have gotten down.
Of course, MOUZ is still so scared that something is down here on the B site.
Right.
Torzi's going to be backside planting, so Frozen kind of left on an island at the moment.
Wow, in solid positions now. What can Frozen and Torzi do together? Oh, maybe doubling up in dark, or Frozen actually taking control side and finding a kill, plus one player spotted. Frozen 1-on-2.
But the bomb's not for Frozen, so if we get Robs doubling back to decon and then just sprinting onto it, sticking that defuse, Frozen's going to be in a spot
smoke
where he has to be pulled out and into the open of Rain, but...
Oh my god, they smoke it!
Woo!
That's ridiculous.
Call them out.
Like you mentioned, they planted back sight, so that's actually a real good call-out.
Still, I'm going to say, a lot of respect given from FaZe to MOUZ in that 3v2.
Yeah, they didn't want to drop. They could have dropped like another paint can smoke and pushed and checked out of heaven. And oh my god, Fnatic got eliminated. Fnatic are out. Fnatic are out. Woxic versus Alex. And Woxic wins.
Holy moly. Red beans and ravioli.
Wow. And that's a 2-1. That was 3 maps.
Damn, the Turkish CS dream is alive.
Man, I think Fnatic were up 13, like 10, 9 in
know,
that
man.
last map. Oh my god, I don't even know.
That was such shocking news, we had to take a pause.
Yes.
Match pause. Everybody process that information. Fnatic go down. Wow. They will not be represented at the Antwerp Major.
Wow. Smooya died for this. I wonder if he was co-streaming.
I was going to say, I can literally hear him laughing in the back of my head.
Oh, man. Oh, I'm sure he doesn't wish ill on his
Of course not.
former teammates.
He's no longer toxic. This is new Smooth.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Well.
Smooya.
Well. What other surprising results will we see today? That is the question. Such heavy leans from Faze to double up in heaven, play one on the floor, backside as well, reading into some of these heavy upper execs.
Yeah, he sees it. Oh, tries to track it, but all those shots end up missing. Wrap push, and it's a BMAS trade.
Yeah, that HE somehow barely does anything as well. I can't believe Rain didn't get more damage off of that spray and HE. But Kerrigan's going to spot one. He knows the crunch is coming now towards lower. He's got the info he needs. Vent rotates are here. Man, the T's are actually quite surrounded already.
Yeah, they're definitely boxed in. Frag right ahead of Brokey on the peak. BMAS just locked by Dark.
It's going to be hard to plant. They don't have control. They need to kill Kerrigan first. That's what they're looking for. But they can't get to the window.
Ooh, but JDC backside. Oh, they line up, and Rain's not able to get more than just one. Twists a second headshot. This is a 1v3, but as he tries to pull that AK back out, Torzy takes it to him. And MOUZ break through.
Damn, they pulled out those trades. That's actually extraordinary. Complicated position with all the different kinds of pressure going on. They were one in the site, but teammates could not meet up. They knew Kerrigan was in control, but they couldn't get to control. They had a full split ready. As soon as that smoke came up, they just trusted it, and the spacing was fantastic. So, had to fight hard, but they come out on top. Oh my god.
It was there. It was there.
Money's gone for Faze.
Yeah, really good situation for MOUZ here. 1 round win, boom, busted economy. You got a chance to break into this T side early. Just got to get past that whippersnapper of a 5-7. It's in the hands of Rops. Deagle from Rain as well, quickly repositioned. He does get spotted as the smoke pops, but takes negligible damage. He's able to run away at least.
I think he deserves that after the last round.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, his bullets don't hit, and he can't be hit by bullets.
Uh-oh.
But Dexter is dead.
Yeah. Now this is the extra A player, so he's actually going to fall back out of ramp, maybe to get into heaven just in case. And yeah, they're starting to peel back themselves to the upper side. Twist, oh, wrapping around outside. This could be the play they need. Someone's going to walk by him.
Oh, Twists!
Holy, that's a heater.
2 for 2 on them Deegs. Torzy will catch Brokey at least. Twist looking to get back into the mix, but down he goes at the hands of BMAS. Kerrigan with just the USP. Then BMAS and Torzy will alleviate all of the pressure. But for a moment, they got swarmed.
Nice round from Twist.
Yeah,
Great.
he's sharp tonight.
Yeah, he is. Those are some great shots. And yeah, okay, the one thing that I thought everything Pimp said was awesome for once, but the one thing that I felt like was a little off was I feel like Twist got super unlucky yesterday.
Yeah, you were telling me about
with the
this.
kills that went down. I mean, he basically, it felt like he, I don't know about robbed because obviously he still died, but he was doing like 99, I think he did 99 damage to 3 people that game. You know what I mean? Like it was a big difference in his KPR just off those frags alone. So I might have been feeling it, but CS gods weren't with him.
Luck is about 1% of CS, if not more.
Yeah, if not more.
At least 1%.
This is gonna
Good
hurt.
shot,
Oh,
Brokey.
Nice move out of the ramp.
And
into
you know
safety.
he's got the procedures, you know? The fallback angles.
Yeah.
Not the kind of guy that you can just lose one player to and then force the trade frag.
I love how quickly MOUZ get control on all parts of the map. Like minute 13, we're sitting in secret while we're pressing up to ramp again. They've got the CTs guessing, but they've stayed vigilant. Kind of rotating around freely. We can see Rops sitting back in spawn. This is just to catch a late heaven wrap if it's going to come. Of course, it doesn't seem like it's going to be the case. Not many gaps here. Kerrigan's having his attention split, but he's got someone watching the hut for him. And decisions will be made.
Twists, 2 kills backside A.
Trades goes down, Kerrigan goes down top hut, and Twist is still alive. And now the fight actually comes towards Rain. He's been chilling here. Back of clock. No door open, no window broken.
Very comfortable position for Faze in the final 15 seconds.
They're just saving in front of him. Running back to spawn already.
So this one's going to be conceded by MOUZ. 2 Faze, 2 survive.
Solid upstairs. Most of the time here from Faze.
Twists, man. Off to a flying start. Now 7-4 as he locks in the 2K back A site. Seemingly keeping it clean.
Wow, they're really spending their money here. It's a pretty rickety buy. This one seems weird because there were still 4 alive from Faze, so it's not like they're going to go up against weaker guns or it was a close round. Which is usually one of the main criteria you'd want for forcing back, but of course they don't think they can buy next round.
Shots exchanged. Variation of the wall smoke. Garage could be compromised, and Rain knows it. Frozen looking to walk inwards.
Timing?
Everybody else goes secret. They're just going to leave Frozen inside of Garage on his own.
The credit card lurk kind of subverts this, but they don't use it. They leave Frozen inside of the big garage. Again, options open for MOUZ Sports. Been doing a great job of taking over secret.
BMS could eventually find some impact through Squeaky, but I believe he was just smoked off. But nobody dropped vent just yet. Yeah, he's stuck inside the doorway, BMS. There's nobody on B.
Yeah, that's actually nuts because, yeah, they put themselves in a position specifically to catch rotators.
Robs finally comes down as the smoke pops inside sight. He knows that this is occupied. JDC runs out of it. Torzi planting. Oh, he got the plant off, but dies. Just a second later, BMAS strikes Kerrigan down from inside vent, and Dexter dives behind those double doors. No, Kerrigan's still up. It was somebody else on A site that dies. Brokey's going to tap that bomb, trying to cause a little chaos, a little bit of carnage, and then Kerrigan comes in with the kill versus BMAS. Dexter's position now known. Bomb beyond that halfway point.
Oh, he gets
and
out.
Dexter, he escapes the death. Brokey drops down and Kerrigan catches him, but time is of the essence. And he's going to jump on top of this with the kit. Defuse in the nick of time.
Wow, just barely locks it down. That retake was tenuous. I mean, yeah, the open B site in its totality, I wonder, I mean, there must have been a timing call down outside because the cross smokes came down, and you saw Rob did intend to rotate in, but he barely made it in time.
Almost denied the bomb plan.
Yeah, very close to it.
Do you think the player backside could have peeked sooner?
I thought that JDC running forward through the smoke is to literally put pressure on the guy who's shooting at the bomb plant. Then you could have had the other guy swing out wide and peek at the same time. Maybe they just weren't on the same page about that.
Little disjointedness here for MOUZ, but look, this could be also another quick pressure. They've got 3 players just bombarding their way out from Hut. Twists, blind as a bat, still hanging from the ceiling. Can't manage an additional kill. Brokey, combat ops. No, not able to get the next one. A 2v2 yet again. Dexter, hands on an AK and an open route to the B site. They both drop vent and they're going to throw a wrench into the works of Faze's CT side again.
Yeah, they made a lot of noise, but the rotation is still slow. There's nothing they can do about it. Robs gets down the vent right behind him. Actually, a call out here.
Chaos all over. But with Rain and Robs still alive, they recover. 2 survive for Faze. 6 rounds on their defense already.
Very quick to the jump. CTs have been everywhere. I love the way that MOUZ are spreading the map, but Faze have been just like kind of equally as quick. I wonder if they're going to try to start secret again, or if they're comfortable just making those rotations and just always responding to what MOUZ want to do. Like, contrast this to the Vitality game where clearly a lot of rounds, again, are called out of spawn all the way to their final moment, whether it's going to be lower or upper. In this match, you can already see that with MOUZ, they're calling defaults, and then they're trying to follow frags based on those defaults. They have an intention of where they want to go, but they're ready to partake in a number of other options. I just think that's a really great way to play CS. Both can work, of course. Depends what kind of team you're playing, but that's definitely their style. I know there have been some doubts about Dexter, even as an IGL. I personally really like the way that he calls it. I think it doesn't always work out, but I think that's also a mixture of just maybe a little inexperience and also some individual inconsistency, which is less of a problem these days. Overall, MOUZ have been doing quite well. But still, their gap between themselves and FaZe is just widening. Lesser played spot here from Rain. Wonder if this even gets volleyed. Support from Brokey as well.
Yeah, they get out though.
Yeah, they get ramp, but I don't know if they're going to expect Rain. Oh, they've tucked into this box on the left.
Oh, nice nade, trying to sell it, but oh, Dexter comes out. Oh, warning shot through the wall of Dexter. How dare you take my Rain? Frozen, he gets the better of the Rops lurk. And that will be man advantage in the hands of MOUZ. But Brokey's right back at it, dude. He is all over the place from ramp to outer. And I feel like Dexter now reads that situation as an open invitation to go back into ramp and head towards B. But while he goes downstairs, his two teammates, Bomb included, chilling inside of Hut.
Yeah, they're actually just going through the regular protocols. And they have
Twist saw
Brokey
the
sitting
arm
inside of Squeaky, so now he can wrap and catch them if they fall back to ramp. And I mean, he can go as far as he wants. They don't realize that they've been spotted. Oh my god, Brokey.
Just goes full Cyclops. The one-eyed giant walks around the Hut. And Torzy sent scrambling back at it. Brokey is the better offer tonight.
Yeah.
So far, so good. Him and Twist, 10 kills each.
It looks like he's teleporting around the map. Kill in ramp, kill from Big Garage, not just on outside from the cross. Then a kill flanking Hut. And then a kill upper. Standing in Squeaky? That's ridiculous.
Brokey, man, cool as ice.
Can be good, but you got to be great to beat FaZe these days. Idea of leaning towards the upstairs site. Will there be a vent drop? No, it looks like not. I think the flash was good, but they were just lined up perfectly with Kerrigan's spray.
Hefty nade damage. Frag grenades like homing missiles. Lobby players left in tattered clothing.
And this is MOUZ to pick nuke, right? No.
Rops, what you gonna do about it? Okay, he gets JEC, Dexter next. Bomb given over, and poor Torzy tasked with a clutch.
Hell of an off angle there. Torzy, will he be the next victim? Or will he find a little bit of leverage? That's the question. Well, he gets spotted. Exchanging glances here with Rops. And eventually it looks like he'll be cleared.
Clean as can be.
Rops the assassin.
Throwing his name into the ring alongside Twists and Brokey. And if Rops, Twists, and Brokey are all having good days, FaZe wins.
That's when FaZe are the best team in the world. Yeah, that's it. That's it. They're the pretty much the sickest trio right now.
Very cool, very modern. The next gen. Six rounds the lead for FaZe on the CT side. On fire with momentum. Desert Eagles purchased for the entirety of MOUZ. And they've got a couple pieces of utility. 3 smokes, they can put up another wall outside. You try to challenge Secret, or just look to face these rifles with the hand cannons. Either way, there's this emphasis on outer at the start of the round for MOUZ, but now they start to walk back somewhat. Time to throw those smokes. Get this cross going. Counter utility, though, could serve as an issue. Frozen, he's going to sprint through it. That's fine. Quarter of his health gone, no big deal. But Rain catches Torzy at that bottom of Mini. There's a player on top as well in JDC. Ugh.
One thing I like about the MOUZ game plan, I mean, actually the FaZe game plan in response to all the outer control is, like, they haven't really started Secret that often, maybe once or twice, but they're basically ready for everything else, and we've also seen that MOUZ don't just go lower every time they take Secret, so that ends up working out for them. But wait, actually, we were 3-on-4 situation with Twist insanely low, 30 HP. They're going to take over Heaven and hear this.
Bro, Fraser scrambling.
Oh my god, they're so lost.
Trading guns inside of Mini, getting caught off like that. Rob's making a ton of sound upside in Heaven.
But yeah, they're going to end upstairs now. Twist goes down. All right, well, the lurks pay off. And this is one of the values, again, of MOUZ and the way they spread the map. And how they, again, take outside, but keep options open inside of lobby all the time. Looks like they're pretty much playing like a 1-3-1 on their T side. Very powerful at confusing and collapsing the CTs, especially if they're in a stringent setup that they're all relying on each other to make connections and keep them.
Bunch of weapons picked up too, man. If you could squeeze out a round win like this, then you take it happily. Drops will hang on. So I guess it was Rain to die towards CT spawn to that Deagle pressure, and then that kind of opened up the close push underneath Heaven.
Then they got tagged up and tried to bog down the op inside of Mini. Died for that.
Yeah, tried to bog down. Ah, damn it. I
Go
messed
ahead.
that up.
Damn.
I was going to say tried to bog down and got bogged down, but I messed it up, so I don't get any points.
You get 0 points.
Maybe next time. Good time for a pause, MOUZ. Suddenly, all of us, you know, a bunch of cash in their back pockets, freebies in terms of weaponry.
Yep. I think production needs a pause too, so we can figure out who we're spectating.
We call this the minimal major experience.
Yeah.
Imagine if CS had a realism mode. No HUD. No HUD, no crosshair. That'd be cool.
I mean, you can do it if you want. There's console commands.
Well, yeah, but I don't want to be playing at a disadvantage.
That's smart.
I want everybody to have to play like this.
Oh yeah, we're in movie mode. Okay. I'm good. Okay. Well, you know the skin, so who are we spectating?
I actually don't know. I can't flex. No clue. Kerrigan.
Cheater.
This is kind of fun, man. Listen, it makes
It's
my
a-
job a little harder, but
Yeah.
we'll take it. It's a one-off, you know? I just feel like we need action movies.
That was terrible. That was like a Western
Yeah,
and like
man.
space.
I tried to go Halo,
Okay. Oh, that would make sense then.
right?
Okay. I just don't know the Halo music. People are places and
People are places, and there are guns.
yes,
There should be grenades,
things are being watched.
and hopefully the bomb spawned. All right, hard mode over.
No, not yet. We still don't know who we're spectating.
At least we know who's alive and what they got.
Let's. Okay.
Kerrigan's dead.
It's BMAS. BMAS, baby.
Now we're on board with Brokey.
Lurks coming into play. Pressure upstairs. This comes down to target selection. Brokey's usually great in these positions. Oh, but he actually doesn't read that. Maybe he goes to check Mini. JDC takes him out. It's a clean execution. They can't rotate it easily, but there is a smoke on top of Mini.
Oh, the play out for Mini. That's big.
Jesus, Rain.
Rain with the 2K. Chased down by the Tech-9. Rain delivers the multi-frag.
Wow.
1, 2, 3. I said Twists, Brokey, and then Rops, but now Rain's coming up as well. 4 players within only 1 kill the difference. And that is the near entirety of FaZe. That is their formula for success, and you see it work wonderfully. 6 rounds over MOUZ.
Yeah. As was pointed out, he had a great pro league. Damn. Well, you see how these lurks are working? Yeah, they are kind of staying coordinated and making really complicated positions quickly on the T side. Sure, it makes their nuke good, but then we look up at the score and you're like, well, they only have 3 rounds.
Right? Yeah, and one of those is by way of like just little half by burst.
Yeah.
So MOUZ's job not nearly done. But props to Pimp. Mentioned BMAS would eventually come online. Currently top fragging.
Yeah, for what it's worth. That is good. He's been kind of like hut lurking or squeaky lurking in a lot of these T rounds. And they've foregone the upper execs out of spawn that they didn't really have a good time with early on. Went right into their game plan outside. Three rounds left in this first half. Even though FaZe feel comfortable, I think MOUZ still have some stuff to prove here. They could shake FaZe up a little bit if they find any success. Once again, consistently cross smokes outside.
Those shots close.
They actually have squeezed for ramp control so many times. They're just trying the exact same thing again. But I think they've kind of calcified the defense now. FaZe are very comfortable with seeing this after outside. And look how bof3 puts himself in a position to frag. You know, not halfway in or out.
No, he's certain what he wants. And that is to deny any wiggle room.
Yeah, not seeing any counter utility. Maybe worried about that.
Now sent back into the lobby. Twists. He'll be posted up. Jumps to hut. Dexter easily taken down just as that smoke pops. Twist even gets a second through the door, but he loses his teammate, and bof3 very quickly rotating in from heaven. There's a late lurk outside, but unfortunately, Frozen, he's got nothing else to work with. It is all him all day. 40 seconds, 1v4.
Yeah, that was maybe one of the more disappointing rounds from MOUZ. Okay, we've seen like basically a third of the time or half the time that they've taken outside control, they've just gone for ramp right after that or at the exact same time. And here, they kind of attempt it, but maybe because they don't see counter utility, they second guess their game plan, go back upstairs. But that's also become quite legible, I feel like, for FaZe, who are comfortable on the upper hits specifically. So it's a total shutdown, and I think this is one where it just looks so telegraphed. You can't really give much credit to MOUZ here. And this half is just suddenly starting to feel not close at all, even though MOUZ have shown a good effort early on.
Sort of fizzling out at this point.
And one of the 3 rounds they've won was an eco, or half by. Shout out to bof3. His rotations have been incredible.
Yeah, he's everywhere.
Yeah.
I feel like he was just in ramp, and then a second later teleporting out from heaven.
And there's a difference between going to the right place and also playing a very committed angle. And we've seen him both, like, you know, rotate to big garage to kill the guy outside, not just sit outside hell, or get into hut from the inside of Squeaky, or get into ramp really wedged in. I think that's why we're seeing bof3 play, you know, best player in the world type of form right now. These are the rotations that Simple makes.
Yep. bof3 not playing anything half-ass.
Yeah.
Guns up for MOUZ, looking for a 4th and potential 5th on this T side. Twist blind, and that's going to be the cross from Dexter. Even though there's a gap here, oh man, he almost came right back into the Twist's AK. Still have 2 players red. Rain gives himself a smoke so that he can wiggle around in garage. That's his escape plan. But it's still just Dexter downstairs.
Yeah. Well, they're not so worried about ramp control now. And this is an opportunity for both Rops and bof3 to rotate down if they're worried about that. And for now, they're not going to get overzealous. Oh man, Rops already made it to control stairs. bof3 was already in ramp. Man, they're so fast.
Yeah, I mean, Rob's mirroring that same commitment levels as bof3, right? Everybody's playing all in. And the confidence is just there. Twists. Oh!
Okay.
Nice shot, but BMAS one-ups him. bof3's going to start flanking into the lobby with his op. Twists still serving as an issue for BMAS and the MOUZ crew as they can't get him out of mini. Him and Kerrigan with headshots each, and Frozen's 11 health 1v4 will never be enough. It's an 11th from the CT side.
Damn. They're making MOUZ feel one-dimensional at this point. They are reading everything they do with outside control. They're not over-rotating, and now they're just tuned into basically every single lurk timing to top it off.
FaZe looking like the best in the world.
Yeah. Besides Big Clan.
Of course. That's a given.
The best team in the world.
Rain gonna get aggressive. Sign me up. Frozen's right behind Red. Rain!
Damn,
I can't believe
he goes up so early, too.
nobody saw him. 3 players then able to cross beyond Red. So Secret under question. Brokey already down because Brokey is everywhere.
That was kind of like the 2020 style. They use him so even if he goes 1 for 1, there's like 3 players that shot at him crossing Red, so.
Big information gained. Brokey finds Dexter instantly. That squeaky player attack from the back, but BMAS turns it on its head. Rob's denied. Brokey with the no-scope. See you later, JDC. And as Brokey tries to come back up, Twists sends MOUZ packing. Their CT side begins with only 3 rounds in their pocket.
Yeah. That was rough. That was rough. Yeah, at first I was convinced that MOUZ were going to get 6 rounds. And then, yeah, by like, that 10-3 score line, I was like, oof. Now they're kind of out of ideas, I think.
Brokey can do no wrong. Look at that, dude.
Yeah, he's on form. Oh, he got the second one there first. Wow. That's like the exact kind of limitation that makes him play his best. When he has no room at all.
Yeah. He really embodies the whole caged animal thing. He's like a Wolverine.
A caged Latvian.
Or a Tasmanian devil.
Yes. A honey badger.
A honey badger.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. That's the one. He's in the front of this push. Brokey, he knows no fear. BMAS in the back sights. Good for 1 headshot. Looking for another, but Rain's going to get the better of it. And now Torzy's just desperate to shoot through smoke. Here comes Dexter out of heaven. Denies the bomb plant at the very least, and that actually gives Frozen a chance. That's a double up from heaven with Torzy trying to come out through mini. This is a MOUZ recovery.
Yeah, that's kind of like what Faze did to them in the first pistol round.
What goes around can come around.
It was the upstairs hit, and Faze just swarmed him.
What goes up must come down.
Sometimes it's better not to let him plant, just get in there.
From downtown to all around.
What?
MOUZ win the pistol round.
Okay. Welcome to Pound Town. Okay.
Nice nade here. Torzy, 59 health. Yeah, all of a sudden that wall of smoke seems a little more intimidating when you're on half health. He'll lean it back.
They're not spamming the cross. No more nades are coming out. The T's are getting a lot of space here. BMS is a little offy.
How many he gets?
Uh-oh.
Ooh, Rain's still alive.
Uh-oh.
And there's so many bodies that they just put the fully HP'd players in the front of it.
Yeah, they're going to break the... Oh, man, Dexter, he could get caught up here. He doesn't know how close they are.
They actually stopped, man. There's still a minute.
Yeah, they didn't open the door. They've got everything locked up. I think they're just worried about that vent rotation. Dexter could make a play.
JDC now, he's stuck. He's scared, man. He can't get anything.
Yeah, they covered both sides of the vent. And I think they're kind of leaving upstairs possible, to go back into... Oh, my God, Torzy, that's when CSGO is a horror game. That was so scary, I think.
He gets a face full of ROPS.
I swear, it's like playing Outlast sometimes. And now they can just take upstairs, right? Oh, they can take downstairs, too.
Dexter's getting hit.
Man, they're getting hit from 4 different choke points.
This is crazy. Look at the health that gets left over on Rain and Brokey as well. MOUZ, they win the pistol only to get force spot upon.
Force spot upon.
For thou shalt force upon thee. The buy of Deegs succeeds.
Yes. They needed BMAS to do more. They were just so annoying about the way that they peeked him. But you could kind of feel it coming.
Yep. I think Dexter got shot through the ground.
I think it's just so important to get utility damage and spam damage off on the cross, even though it's almost completely luck.
Yep.
If that's the one thing you're worried about, use some extra grenades and don't be shy with your ammo. Because if you get those players to 50, maybe Rain dies. And we've seen both kinds of rounds where the MP9 gets 4 kills and the one where they get 0. And sometimes it's that little bit of unconfirmed damage on the cross that will be the difference between that 4K or nothing. So Yeah, it gets very sketchy here. And from there, I mean, Faze play it so damn well.
Yes.
Surrounding both sides of the vent,
Oh, dude.
covering all the rotations in. And of course MOUZ are going to be worried, and we'll try to get down vents fast.
Pressuring like every possible direction into that bomb site, but
Yeah.
doing it all at different times. Going from 100 to 0 and then 0 to 100 on the other end.
Yeah.
I don't blame MOUZ for getting kind of lost in that one. But now Faze with a very comfortable position. 13-4. Weapons advantage. And smashing MOUZ on their map pick. Maybe Frozen's A1S can be the difference.
It's in a good spot. I mean, through the wrap smokes, they're taking big garage control. And they might end upstairs as well, so Frozen doesn't know it, but there's an opportunity for him to shine.
JDC can't get anything just yet. 2 kills come through for MOUZ though, good enough. BMAS even finding another one, still fighting, but the A1S goes down. Twists with an electric peak, gets wallbanged out from Hut. Here comes Kerrigan. Oh! 2 kills from Kerrigan! Only the scout!
It must have been called that he was backside. Oh,
Now he
now
knows.
he's spotted.
It's not like Kerrigan to always add those kills to the highlight reel. He swings out, can't snap it into Dexter, who just hugs that wall.
Oh, smartly played.
A battle of the bulbous brains. Dexter takes Kerrigan out of this one, and MOUZ will force buy back.
Oh man, what a sweaty moment. Beautiful wall bang from Kerrigan. Thought I was watching Simple there for a second.
He almost had me fooled.
Yeah, that was a pretty good spot to stop the upstairs hold. I mean, they put, even though I think Frozen had limited impact, he was still adding to the confusion in a really good way. And the Deagles were in all these up-close positions as well. And BMAS has been pretty consistent with his impact overall, yeah.
And this is no longer, you know, the two-shot Deegan Hut.
No, yeah, it's a...
That position, I feel like, is like the reason we had to nerf it.
Yeah.
Was because of Deagles and Hut.
Definitely one of them, yeah. I feel like it was that one, and it's when you're, you know, your top connector on Mirage and looking in the mid, and then they just keep swinging and shooting.
2 Deagles, 1 on each side.
It was too strong.
So MOUZ with a little life left in him. But of course, still a decent enough situation here for FaZe. Kerrigan.
Very tricky, actually.
Look at him go. Knife out walks. Thought he had it.
We try to make him sound so cool, and then he bumps into the wall. Wow, Kerrigan. Mega brain. Look at him go.
He looked like a wind-up toy.
You know, the funniest part is he would have been walking for like 3 more seconds, you know? Because he just got stopped by the wall. All right.
Gonna try to play ramp maybe instead.
It's one of 3 guns. Kind of stuck outside. Ramp is the least important to hold on to. The Dexter will fall a little bit down. What? Yeah, frag now. He'll get
Quick
traded out.
9.
Yeah, an upgrade here.
That's now Rob's on an AK. Brokey with one his still. JDC just looking to spot those heads on the close cross.
Is the window broken or not?
No, not yet.
Okay. Oh.
Brokey wins the fight. That's B-site compromised.
Yeah, they're going to wrap control side first.
Nice, nice.
He gets so much damage on that spam.
Good intuition. Brokey now going for that plant. Can't be stopped by BMAS. We'll get this eventual ramp play coming through from Torzy. Oh, but the duel from Brokey gets picked back up. And the double doors could serve as his evacuation route.
Oh, he's so smart. He goes in front of control. Brokey can open this and double up with his teammate. Yeah, that's the play. 2 in control. Bomb planted wide open for them.
Still, though, smoke at the double doors. That could make things a little bit awkward. Robs, he could just jump up and try to deny this, but he's worried about the ramp play. Now he needs to stop the defuse, and that's a Robs 1v2 for Phases 14.
That was clean. I love the decision-making from Brokey in that position. Man, this guy has really blossomed, you know, in the past 2 years. Getting better and better.
Oh, that 9 tap. Oh, my God.
Yeah, and look, it's actually the trio once again. Twist, Robs, and Brokey working together to score this win. That was Twist planting the bomb open for control.
Yep.
Brokey changing from going to dark into control room. And Robs being there from the beginning.
Deagle on ramp. Oh, flying Mac-10s. Torzi Scout, clean headshot. Poor Kerrigan, not going to be able to offer us too much in these 2 rounds, but listen, he'll just send his flying monkeys to do the work. Faze already taking over this B site. Quick check of the doors. 2 Deagles and a Scout here for MOUZ to deny Faze a 15th. Odds so unlikely.
Yeah, they're so locked in now. Great post plant.
It's going to be 10 map points on MOUZ's map pick.
I think that's probably the one thing about FaZe that separates them from like basically anybody, is they basically always have the best post plants, I think, possible. Really creative, really stable. I mean, of course, some great fraggers behind it, but kind of always love the positions they find themselves in.
Oh, there's a freebie. Ah, ooh, ee. Ooh, ee, ooh, ah, ah.
Okay. You're having a moment.
Rob's not getting that one. Don't worry about it, folks.
Had too many Fruit Loops this morning.
That's what they call me. All right.
Because you're gay and you repeat yourself?
Yeah, exactly. Guilty as charged. 10 map points. Let's go, FaZe. Really nice to see. Honestly, like, listen, I'm all for supporting MOUZ, and they're in a form that I think could still get them to the major, but we were expecting FaZe to just be the shoo-ins for a Legend spot. And based on their seeding, if they win this game, they are the Legends. They take that, and it will force Navi to play 4s in a 4th place decider, which could get real spicy. But for now, we just have to watch FaZe finish this off. Can they do it from a man disadvantage?
They did it last round. They did do it last round. Slightly 4v5, but 3v4, and look who it is again. It's Rob's Twist and Brokey.
Man, if I was in this server and I had to see those 3 names, I'd be horrified.
It's really not even coincidence. It really, there is something to it. These guys have insane mid-round potential. Let's see how they think about it. I mean, they're taking all the right space right now. Heaven is the best place to attack. As lobby gets looked into, they're not going to see anything. And MOUZ with these guns, you know, don't really have a way to fight back into Heaven, so I guess Frozen is the one guy here with the AK. Keeping eyes on it. Rob's going back to the lobby. Oh my god, I think this is the move. Of course, this comes down to Frozen a little bit, but they're either going to forget about Rops or Heaven. Oh my god, if they win this, that would be so insane.
Can't you? You can feel it.
Yeah.
Everyone can feel it. BMAS gets deleted. Rob starts to activate, clears both players out of hut. And now JDC, I mean, he is in such a tough position. Maybe Robs gets caught off, that's something. AK swap, tries to challenge Heaven, but now Brokey falls down, and we've got him and Twists locked to the back of this site. Half health on what's left of MOUZ. They dodge that frag grenade. Brokey's in with a headshot. Dexter's chance at a clutch to keep MOUZ's hopes alive, but instead Twists denies, and FaZe win nuke.
That's disgusting. 3-on-4. Man, these guys are seriously
best in the world.
Easily. Yeah, that's quite a combo between the 3 of them. After Big, yeah.
Sick.
Well.
Sick recovery from FaZe. Again, I'm sure they're just as shocked that they lost to Big as the rest of us. So for them to just rebound this quickly and to show that there is still a very evident and clear gap between themselves and the rest of the pack, that right there, folks, is a masterclass on Nuke. And remember, MOUZ, they wanted to take that series to Nuke. So tough pill to swallow. They've got a tough job ahead. But for now, we look at FaZe, and I think we're all comforted by the fact that they are here to rebound and lock in as Legends. We've got map 2 after a quick break. See you guys soon.
Well, they do get a step closer to locking it in as Legends, but they've still got one more map to go. Ultimately, though, you guys set this up very nicely because Twist was not there as much, right? When we look at the big game, this time around, he was not letting off the gas, but to be fair, neither was any of FaZe. They just rolled over MOUZ this time.
It felt like he had to prove a point here, right? He had a rough showing yesterday. He wasn't playing too well against Big. Not that it was only his fault they weren't able to beat them, but it was atypical for Trist to be so silent yesterday.
Yep.
On Nuke, you know, as we expect him, you know, a difference maker on the server. Him and Robs again. Just when you look at their body language, you look at them moving around in the game, you can just see that their aim is something special, right? They're just better. It's hard to describe exactly what they're doing better than everyone else, but you can just, watch it and you can think to yourself, well, yeah, they're just better.
They're just better. I think that is pretty succinctly put, and I don't think I can really argue with that. And we said, like you said, Twist really stepping up, but again, we talk about the trifecta of death on the side of FaZe. We're talking about Robs, we're talking about, of course, Brokey, and then, of course, we have Twist, and again, they deliver. Look at the final round. Robs, man, such a nerd, clears every single angle, insta headshots coming in, and even Karrigan and Rain having a pretty decent time, but you look at the kill spread between the three Musketeers. You have 22 on Twist, 20 on Robs, and 18 for Brokey. And look, I know the scoreline doesn't quite paint a pretty picture for the side of MOUZ, but I felt like they did do a decent. T-side had a lot of ideas. They were getting a lot of map control and whatnot towards outside. But when it came to really trying those mid rounds, trying to close stuff out and winning those duels, unfortunately, they just could not hit their shots against the side of FaZe.
Now, Pim, you were looking at round 17. I'm actually surprised you even found the round in this because it was so fast, but you still managed to find something for us here.
I tried to find something, that would showcase you guys at home one of the problems MOUZ was having in this game. Because, as you said, the T side was a bit bleak, only got away with 3 rounds. But then they won the second pistol round, and you think to yourself, they have to win round 17, right? You win the pistol, you convert that, and then you're in the game again. Your CT side are nuke, but as you can see in this round, every single duel going the way of FaZe, with the Deagles, with the firepower, and it's just a shame for MOUZ because it's one of those rounds that if you're a MOUZ player, at this point you just know game over, right? We had one chance of coming back into the game, that was winning the pistol. We did that. We can get a bit hyped about that. The second round, the force buy against Faze Clan, they know that if they win that, they're back in the game, they can build some economy, and then they instantly get punished for it, and it's such a bleak feeling to have.
And it's kind of the way they won that force buy as well. It wasn't them just bursting out towards towards Rab.
Right?
Yeah, they took their time. They get the first kill. All right, let's let them panic a little bit. Let's catch them rotating. They catch a player towards Ven. And then you have Torres. He's like, I need to do something right. It was a 3v5. He walks up towards Ram. Boom, he gets a jump scare with drops to the bullet on the side of his head. Dexter has been waiting a lower bomb side, waiting for them to open the doors and come in. And what happens when they make their way into the lower bomb side? It's 5 players almost peeking him simultaneously. So FaZe, not only do they have the aim, they have the composure, they have the star power as well, and overall, if you look at every facet of Counter-Strike, of a good Counter-Strike team, they showed everything on that new game.
And what is it about FaZe and Deagles, man? It seems like to get on this roster, you must have like a sick Deagle. It's constantly we're seeing clips like this from these guys.
They must be the best team in the world with that specific gun, right? Robs is a great Deagle player. Twist, we know, and Brokey as well. Brokey is a menace with the Deagle. One of the things that is very typical when you watch Brokey play, he sort of had the same tendency as Device, right? In situations where you feel like, stick to the op, Brokey has so much confidence in his Deagle that he's just going to pull that out and then rip a couple of heads off. So yeah, it's always tough when you're playing against FaZe. You always know that even in a situation where there's not a lot of money on the board for the FaZe guys, as long as they can afford a Deagle, it could potentially be a dangerous round.
It certainly could be. We're going to take a look at some of the win rates for the maps these guys have played over the last 6 months. We're moving on to Inferno, being our second map into this one. And all things being shown, it's been a very confident map for FaZe since they started out on this. I remember that crazy Blast event where it was like constantly playing Inferno. They got enough warm up on it for sure. But in general, right, you just look at the maps here that we have for FaZe, everything looks good right now considering where they are.
Yeah, heading into this matchup, if you were ever, a real believer in the MOUZ team and hoping maybe there might be another upset, because we've seen a few upsets here, this nuke win was a prerequisite, which didn't really transpire. And I love the fact that we brought up, I know we're praising ourselves here, Pim, but I love the fact we brought up that when they beat Karrigan and his men back in IM Katowice, it was FaZe struggling a little bit. They had the COVID issues, we had JKS coming in, all of that. They had NBK back then, and could see now FaZe in the full. With that full lineup, full power, they're way more dominant. And Inferno, we've said it time and time again, FaZe right now, I guess we could be forgiven for saying, are the best team on this map. This is going to require a miracle for MOUZ to turn around.
Listen, there's not a single way we can argue that MOUZ are coming into Inferno being the favorites. There's just not a single aspect of the game. There's not a single statistic. There's not a single thing we can, hold our hands to. No, not at all. And I don't want to lie, right? And even the most hardcore MOUZ fans out there may be thinking, we're good. We won against outsiders. We can definitely play Inferno. And yes, you can, but you're going up against the best team in the world on Inferno. So I'm almost willing to say that unless Faze Clan is bottling it right here, unless Faze Clan is showing up and, not focused or make too many mistakes, that could be a way in for the game for MOUZ. That may not be enough for them to win it, but at least that becomes a competitive game then. And if MOUZ somehow, some way is able to elevate themselves to a level where they can compete against a well-playing FaZe on Inferno, that would be tremendous. That would be a massive, massive surprise. So let's appreciate the fact that if that is the case, then we have a MOUZ that is playing way, way better than we expected. But if everything goes according to what we think and what we have seen so far, not only based on this tournament, but also a couple of months ago and leading into it at Pro League as an example, there should be no competition here. It should be Faze taking this 1-2.
But shouldn't there be some fight, especially in the younger members of MOUZ and Lodgers, just go, let's get some confidence. Let's do something like Grimbo does, you know, where he was just going out and challenging and taking the fight to him. I don't want to see him turtle up and just get rolled over again.
That's a problem with this MOUZ line. Not a problem per se, but if you look at the individuals here, they're so very young. Are they promising players? Absolutely. I feel like players like Torgy's already shown that he's a real deal, right? But it's going to take a little bit of time before he's going to reach the level of how Brokey is playing right now. And you got to remember how long it took Brokey to be the star that he is for this Faze team, right? Time is the problem for MOUZ, and unfortunately, they don't have it yet.
I think that is one of the few positive things I want to highlight here is that it feels like MOUZ and especially JDC and Torsi went into MOUZ and they haven't been impressed, right? They're coming from Tier 2, Tier 3, playing the Academy League, coming straight into Tier 1 and they feel unimpressed in a way, right? They play their own game and they do well on the server. So, yes, of course, the players within MOUZ, they have to believe they can win here, James, right? It's just us, you know, us negative guys on the desk who try to paint a bleak picture. But I do this to appreciate that if MOUZ were to make a comeback now, if they were to win Inferno, that would be a massive performance. And then we can talk about how impressive that is, because it's against all odds. And that's what MOUZ is going up against right now. The best team in the world on Inferno in the form of Faze.
Well, let's find out what MOUZ can do against them. And let's also find out how much the MOUZ team know about each other.
We're here at the PGL EU RMR, and I am joined by two MOUZ players, both actually former MOUZ NXT Academy players. We've got Torzi and JDC. Welcome, guys, to Bucharest. How are you feeling?
Hello. It's really amazing. The hotel is insane.
Yeah. What are your thoughts?
I'm very happy to be here, and I'm very excited for the upcoming matches.
Okay, all right. So what we're going to do today, guys, is we're going to see how well these guys know their teammates. So we're going to see who gets more and how well, if you actually know your teammate or if you just play with them in the server. All right. So, Torzi, first question. Is JDC a city person or a country person?
He's a country person.
Yeah?
I would consider myself like that. I mean, I live in the country and like not a city, so I would say, yeah, it's a village. It's a village.
Village?
Maybe village, country, not city.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Nice. One on the board right there. What is one of his hobbies outside of Counter-Strike?
Playing pool. He's insane at pool, actually, and he's really good. Yeah.
Is that accurate?
It is true. It is true. I play a lot of pool at home and like in general. Yeah.
All right. Next question. On a half buy round, so he has like $1,500 he can spend in it. What does he want to buy the most?
The Kevlar for sure. 100%.
Yeah.
No doubt. No. Yeah, it is the Kevlar. It's the Kevlar. Most likely the Kevlar. But I'm starting to change to 5.7 actually, but it's the Kevlar.
All right. Next question. What is his spirit animal?
Ooh. I don't know. Eagle?
Oh. Eagle? Well, how does that resonate with you?
I don't think it resonates with me. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe wolf, no? Wolf? Wolf? Yeah, maybe. I would have said wolf. Oh. Actually, I would have said wolf, maybe.
Okay, so kind of got on the second guess right there. All right, not bad. Does he prefer deathmatching, retake servers, or execute servers?
Not execute servers for sure. Maybe deathmatch or retake. And if I have to choose, recently he plays much more retakes than deathmatch, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah, I normally prefer deathmatch, but right now I'm playing a lot of retake. Just like a really lot of retake.
Last one. What is his favorite type of food?
Oof. Burgers. 100% accurate, yeah.
That was pretty good. All right, good job. So what music is Torzi deathmatching to right now?
What the? That's unfair. That's tough. I mean, just like hip hop in, I don't know, XX, for example. Is that right? What? XX? XX? Yeah. Or like X.
XX Tentacion.
Yeah, exactly. Just X, the rapper. More like hip hop. Yeah.
More hip hop?
Yeah.
Hip hop is fine?
Yeah, hip hop is fine. Yeah, I give that.
We'll take it for now. We'll take it for now. Yeah, we'll take it for now.
I need those points.
Yeah, okay. All right. You get that one. What is his favorite movie?
Bro.
These are tougher.
What is that?
I had so easy question.
I don't know your favorite movie. I don't know it. I don't know. Maybe like I don't know. I actually don't know. What's your favorite movie?
Yeah, let's just hear. What is it?
Interstellar.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a
I
good
saw
one.
it like 10 times already.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
still amazing.
Oh, the soundtrack is god tier.
Yeah, it's really good.
I knew it. Yeah. I didn't think though.
Does he watch anime?
I mean, yeah. Like not active, but he watched it already.
Okay, yeah. You watch anime?
I watched in the past, and recently I watched a little bit. So yeah.
Does he sing in the shower?
I mean, we never shower together or anything.
That's okay.
But I assume he does. Yeah, I assume he does. I would think he would.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit.
You sing in the shower. You sing in the shower.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, nice. Okay, does he believe in ghosts?
That's a weird question, actually. I don't think he does, no. But, nah, I don't think so.
Nothing goes, no.
Does he prefer beer or wine or liquors?
Liquors. 100% liquors. 100% liquors.
Yeah, liquors.
Okay, that's not bad. All right. Well, you missed one, but I mean, other than that, I think that was pretty good. You guys know each other pretty well. I mean, that makes sense. You guys came up together on the Academy League teams, and I could tell you guys loved each other. You guys, that MOUZ NXT team was so tight. You guys were so close. Man. Well, thanks a lot, guys, for playing. Really appreciate it. Thanks for taking the time.
To succeed in this game, you need to invest in yourself. Be daring. Innovate. Calculate. Never hesitate. Follow your instincts. Don't follow the crowd. Back yourself. Bank your wealth. Analyze, strategize, and galvanize. Now is the time. Take your shot.
Let's go. Battle is on. Burst RMR views with a double bonus. Get insurance for single and combo bets, both up to €20. Fire up with GGBet. GGBet. This is real.
Welcome back to the RMR Europe A. We are one map away from congratulating FaZe for locking in a legend spot in Antwerp.
And it feels like that's going to happen.
Feels like it's going to happen. Honestly, that was just a masterclass versus MOUZ on Nuke. Absolutely showing the gap between #1 in the world and MOUZ.
Yes. If FaZe do win this, it's not a... listen, this veto is fine for both teams, so it's not that this is a given, but just because of the level of difference we saw, that was MOUZ's map pick, so we'll just point that out. If FaZe win this, Sponge just tweeted that. I mean, that would mean that only one of two teams, MOUZ or Vitality, will be at the major. Of course, last time we had both. And I mean, this is just... It already feels kind of like the major, but this is just qualifying to get to the major.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that is pretty rough.
Yep.
And right now, MOUZ are going up against, their former IGL and their former star player in Kerrigan and Rops. But as we can see, they're off the greener pastures. This team is so insane right now. And That performance was incredible. Rops, Twist, Brokey, putting together all those mid-round situations, like, consistently. I mean, they consistently could win disadvantaged as long as the three of them were alive. Brops? Roysty?
Roysty? Oh, no, that sounds like an oyster. I don't know.
Damn it, that's the one I wanted.
A plate full of broisters?
Okay, Brops.
Brops? That's pretty alpha.
Yeah, that's good. Brops.
Yeah, I could see a Brops.
Brokey, Rops, Twist, Brops. They need branding. I mean, they got
a
to
little
sell.
Sprinkle of Rain too, man. I'm gonna give him some respect. On Nuke, dude, yeah, he put himself in.
No,
there.
he was good.
He was
it's
in
not
the
to
ring.
say anyone's bad on Faze right now. It's just that
it's just hard to compete with those three.
Those are the three. Those are the three. I mean, those are the three players that could all be top 10. They were outside the top 10 on their respective teams last year, but that was while they were not playing together, and while Brokey's playing the absolute best year to start to a year of CS of his life, and the whole team having more success. So him and Twist are getting elevated. And Rops is top 5 on a good team. You know what I mean? Rops will be top 5 on a good team just with the results. Yeah.
The best 3-player core in CS:GO at the moment.
At the moment, yeah. You know, probably the best core since the, Magisk Dupree device.
And additionally,
situation on Astralis.
One of the youngest. So, longevity here for these 3 players. Coach Eddie having a good time.
Some great duos out there. Yeah.
Coach Eddie.
Yeah. Officially manager Eddie.
Yeah.
So I just don't know much about it, but
me neither.
He's probably having a great time.
Just to be in front of the camera. He's got a great smile.
It does, yeah.
That right there, that's branding.
Yep.
That's all you need. MOUZ, they're going to need to step it up a notch.
If you just started selling shirts. You've seen me at the major.
Get your merch. Eddie shirts. Get your merch.
BMAS was great on Nuke for what it's worth.
Got a step up compared to some of his previous performances here at the RMR. Dexter kind of took a bit of a step downwards in comparison, but that would then put him equal for, let's say, his averages and expectations.
But fragging aside, I think he was definitely the worst IGL, unfortunately. At first, I was like, oh, some cool stuff here. And then it was the same stuff over and over and over again. So, need a deeper playbook out of him.
On their map pick, may we add one more time. Now,
Yeah.
transitioning into Inferno. Faze and Inferno, does that just get your synapses firing?
I feel like they're going to melt MOUZ. I feel like they're going to melt them. Yeah.
And if anything, dude, this to me just makes it all the more exciting for a team like Big to have actually caused that upset. In a 2-0.
No, I mean, they were great. I mean, literally, Crimbo is a top 5 player of this event. What the hell? He's a top 5 player of this event, and he had 2 1v3s, 2 1v2s, and then 2 1v1s or something. I mean, yeah.
Just nutty clutches.
That was not luck. People thought that was luck. That was not luck.
Nope. That's next generation.
Yeah,
German
Big are
CS.
going to be a force at the major. They will be a force.
So, and we're going to have to wait to see them, man. We're going to have to wait to the second stage.
Yeah, we got to see who joins them. That's why we're figuring out who is going to win these games right now.
Frozen goes for the peek down B. Rob's tucked behind logs. Good flash.
Good
Better
flash.
flash.
The flashes are great from both sides.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now the headshots start. We're out of utility, so the guns must sing. BMAS gonna tuck it versus Brokey. Oh, lordy. Oh, lordy B.
He found him. That's
Poor
the site.
guy.
That's the site.
Just gets iced out with that one tap from the Glock.
And they drew out the only utility they had over on the B side. No kills means no retake.
And with that headshot, it's all she wrote.
Yeah, Faze with a pistol round real quick. So it's not to say that MOUZ are just guaranteed the loss on Inferno. They'll have a good Inferno, I'm sure of it. Everyone's good at this map here on the server. It's just kind of feels like it's kind of about current form, that's all. I don't want to be a presumptuous Preston.
Don't be.
Yeah.
Presumptuous Preston. Ah! Brokey makes the jump over, comes at it from the other way. Frozen was so ready to kill him if he came around that corner, but then he came around the other corner. Down he goes. It really does feel like FaZe cannot lose this.
It's got to be scary. All the young players of MOUZ.
Only one team between MOUZ and Vitality can make it if MOUZ don't win now. That is, damn man, that's really kind of sinking in.
Yeah.
Torzy sniping chickens. Smoke grenades down for Banana. JDC will throw some luck through, but comes up empty.
B site is correct. Early smoke down. One thing we'll notice about FaZe is they are extremely good about getting the B players to use their utility, which is something everyone knows coming into Inferno, but much easier said than done. Oh, JDC will find Twist at the top of Banana.
Sure.
But that's it for smokes for the CT side. They'll start to lean, but the exec comes out.
JDC getting burned down, yeah.
So that molly lands on the top of second oranges, and it mollies both first and second, all in one.
Double whammy. Rain holding off for the potential boost, but it's not there. And honestly, MOUZ, just cut your losses. Head to the other side of the map, give away the second, and hope that you can upset in the third.
Yeah. They hope to kind of scare FaZe into rotating out towards A, but you could see FaZe just had no intent. They didn't care. They lost Twist. They still felt fine, and of course that comes down to how many smokes MOUZ had to stop them before they actually came through into the site.
If MOUZ do lose this game, and let's just say they have to play Vitality directly tomorrow, who do you think wins that? Just curious to assess your belief in MOUZ.
I feel like the odds will say Vitality, and I think I would agree with the odds. Like, this last map is not really indicative of how well MOUZ are playing, actually, because the other maps they played were a lot stronger than this.
Agreed entirely.
So where do you stand, do you think? I'm not totally sure.
Yeah, I'm kind of right there in the middle as well.
Yeah.
Like, but it's just crazy to me that, you know, we are on the brink of I don't want to say writing off Vitality, but that we all have to recognize that there are some issues.
Yeah, they're a little bit weaker than they're supposed to be. That's 100%. They're not as good as they were in 2021. That's true.
And MOUZ genuinely turned heads in Katowice, proving to us what they can do.
Only facts.
You know, if the only MOUZ game that you watch is this one versus FaZe, you're going to think that this team is much weaker than they really are. And that's, of course, assuming that FaZe continue to plow right through them. But here in round 3, making quick work of what was saved in the previous round, MOUZ are wasting no time. But they are also taking a ton of damage. So they could set themselves up for a bit of a fumble. They could trip as this scout is working out. Oh my god, Dorsey almost kills everybody. Brokey's here, pressed up close smoke, him and Twists, but of course, Lady Luck blessing the Galil of Brokey. JDC trying to find a little bit of gap to work with here, man. There's something for him to shoot through. But it's a P250 versus a Scout and a Galil. And it feels like these two players can do no wrong, Brokey and Twists. JDC going to start to creep inwards, and that is where Brokey ends him. Brokey is the solution to Torzy, who just gave us some pretty sweet scout shots.
Yeah, that was cool. He hit everybody, as you mentioned, that was low. Took them all out one by one. Knocked him down like bowling pins. Almost got that last kill, too. If not for the molly, probably would have hit it. He was having a moment there. Rough one. That was a very strong NT. Going in all the right nades. And again, staying very comfortable. Love this gap play. Actually, with the perfectly timed flash from FaZe. They're not worried about it. Oh my god. Real risk here from Frozen, but it's the correct one. Twist is out. Full vision of Banana on top of it.
Right into the rifle round success. It's a good look for MOUZ. And they fall back.
Molly to deny the lane reaggression as they squeeze for it. But MOUZ hadn't even considered it yet. Torzy, my gun a bit better than a scout now. But they're threatening the B split to cause a distraction. They actually are leaning lane.
Yeah, tough fight here for Faze, but see if the individuals can still just claw them out of a sticky spot. Torzy.
Oh, Torzy's shooting. This is scary for him. And oh my god, Rops.
What a kill.
Oh my god, Rain.
In with the headshots. All the pressure gets alleviated. It felt like MOUZ had the spots they needed, but then it just comes down to the individual crispness of a guy like Rops.
Yeah, Dexter had a good fight. Kerrigan destroyed him. I mean, Dexter gets that kill, and then Torzy has a much easier time on the site, but he suddenly feels like he has to shoot more because they're going to start scaling after that first kill. And that was the very CT advantage situation for Dexter, but there was also the flank coming in from Rain to try to, to make sure that even if Kerrigan died, he'd get traded. So it's a good call. And they had him nervous about the idea of going CT potentially as well.
It definitely kept a little bit of ambiguity in it, right?
Just a tiny bit.
MOUZ's A players looked like they were locked in and ready to hit it, but then at the same time, it was the other guys that still weren't, all in with them. So
yeah, you have to call it timing there because you're not watching spawn, just in case. But we know that Faze and lane a ton. It's one of their, I think, strongest aspects of their team on this map. On T side, they've got very fearsome short takes, and they do it on half buys, and it looks equally as powerful. So better believe on full strength they're going to win a round or two like that. And the reason I point that out is because that's definitely one of the hardest things to pull off on T side Inferno.
quick banana contest here for Faze.
MOUZ won't really fight this time.
Ooh, that could be good.
Yeah, that's a nice one. Oof, that's money. That's money.
Real
51,
hefty.
51 damage and an extra player.
Yeah, Kerrigan tries to swing out in front. That'll be the end of him. Twists has to just concede on 50 HP. Still has a smokes to throw while Rops has been locked into the apartments. Minute on the clock here for Faze. Man disadvantage. Smoke pick back up. Yoink.
We haven't seen MOUZ gamble too often. They seem to always kind of revert to the mean in terms of standard setups, and in this situation they're leading off, so they're kind of hoping it's going to be B. Torzy chilling in the speedway, spotting Arch.
35.
And it seems like that's, you know, the right thing to do. Fake pressure here on the A site. See how well this boost works out.
Tons of utility here. JDC staring at his feet. Rain able to cross into the pit. Twists will be finished off. That's enough wiggle room. Shots come through. That's Rain now tagged up as well. So very uncomfortable amounts of health here for Faze in the 3v5 post plant.
Yeah, okay, there's an HE, and a couple of these players could die to a single well-placed one.
Yep. Drops in the pit. He's going to be the fully healthed player. We've got Brokey in the back site looking to just lock in coffins, but there's so many bullets flying by. Him and Rops with kill each. Now it needs to be Rops, and it's just the sheer numbers of MOUZ enabling the retake. They've got the utility for it too. Just clean kills to start. Leads them to their first CT round win.
I'm like almost annoyed at myself that I thought they could win that. Like Brokey, it was like 2v4. It's like no shot, but
yeah, I feel you.
With these guys, it felt like maybe there was a chance. They'll take a timeout, talk about things. It's quite stressful, but they don't know how much damage they did off that half-wall nade. That was huge. Plus, they were correct about it ending B. And Torzy not going too far away in this situation.
Kerrigan dying for free there.
And their boost player, of course, getting a kill. That's enormous. So things went well. but Faze still. 4-1 money. Got a kind of middling spawn here for Torzy. He can start anywhere. He's looking B for the moment. And they'll start with 3. Can't help but feel like Faze might try to explode on mid again. I think MOUZ being very careful about how they space out their grenades here so they don't give away how many players have started at the top of Banana on this round.
Oh, there you go, bud. Little bonus flash for Brokey.
Yeah, they are taking over Hall's control with the bomb. And they're about to send it.
Yeah, this is going to be a stream of flashbangs into this A site. 3 flashes thrown out by Brokey. Oh, the only person blind is Twist.
Oh.
BMAS, perfect delivery. 3 kills from the top of balcony. All of that, all of those nades. And it didn't feel like MOUZ were uncomfortable in the least bit.
Yeah, BMAS flash dodged perfect, and he is such a solid anchor, man. Like, I mean, that's his one of 2 jobs. Dodge the flashes,
get the kills,
have a good spray, you know. And he's been very consistent.
Lo and behold, he delivers here in round 6. Man, I was so ready for all those grenades to just go perfectly. CT's blind, cookie cutter entries. Nope. MOUZ have got an answer. It's a second round win. FaZe gonna have their work cut out for them.
Okay.
As suddenly their bank accounts seem bottomed out, and MOUZ will be given some breathing room.
Yeah, they're drained. Idea made sense. They did have 3B for a second. Torzy was on that side of the map, so they almost avoided it. But one man, BMAS, stood in their way. And you see how he even assisted on that other player, just continuing his spray. The way to beat BMAS is turn his AC off.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Then he overheats?
And because his forearm gets sweaty. He's tweeting about this.
Frozen. Oh! Sixth Sense! And Rops will answer with a kill on Torzy in mid. Maybe he just wants to... Nope. I was going to say pop open. 1 player on A. This could be a really great timing for FaZe. If they could just get BMAS without letting him get another multi-kill like last round. 2 players jump. Easy pickups. Rops, though. Hands on and off. Molotov lands ahead of him. Oh, Rain dies. As Dexter now confirms his position, and Rops will be attacked from the side. Still, a little bit of Rops sprinkled into that round, but it is MOUZ's 3rd CT win.
Yeah, this one criteria that you just bring up, it's just, it's kind of hard to fulfill, you know? Just don't let BMAS spray you down.
Sounds so easy.
It sounds so easy.
And then reality sinks in. Buyback for FaZe. Doesn't feel like Inferno is going to be as easy as Nuke was, but as I say that, Twist's quick entry.
That totem, instant to the top of logs. Frozen had no idea that could come that fast. Actually perfect for the way that the round has started out by MOUZ. Now it looks like they'll just transpose into top banana control in the 5v4. I'd honestly be really worried. Yeah, but honestly playing within the site might be too scary, but oh, he moved out just to get this extra one.
Yeah,
and now they might come through.
Man's got a stockpile. JDC though can't get back all the nades in the world. What he needed was more health. Man advantage in from FaZe. We already get the wrap back around from Construction. Torzy, you know that save is tantalizing, and he calls it quits. 1 kill versus JDC, and it serves as the trigger for FaZe's 5th.
Yeah, because I got that opening on Frozen earlier on.
Yep.
And then, yeah, just early 5v4, top B stolen. Some really strong B execs coming out of FaZe. JDC nearly gets a second frag. If he does that, I'm not sure if they still go for it if he dies as well. Maybe if he stays alive.
Just feels like the smokes aren't enough to keep FaZe at bay.
Yeah.
You know, they're not too intimidated by it.
I think definitely we don't see MOUZ, you know, almost ever gambling, and I think because FaZe aren't scared of that, makes the situation a bit transparent for them as to what site they think they should go to. Most of the time, MOUZ are just playing the most optimal setup, which sounds good on paper, but again, that can make you predictable sometimes. And they don't like overreacting. Whereas we'll look at FaZe, and I mean, they will play a varied style. Sometimes they will gamble, sometimes they will push, sometimes they will play vanilla, but a lot harder to read, if you ask me. And oh my god, on the B stream, Dignitas are 15-10 versus Outsiders. I don't even know, they might have won already.
God.
Unbelievable.
It's their map pick of Mirage, but still, Outsiders in a very difficult position.
Oh my god, look at this attack.
Dexter can't see a thing, but Kerrigan hits him like a truck.
And this is the call out the 3B attack. That exploded mid, and the nades are still going.
He's in such a tough position here. Kerrigan goes over Graveyard. It's Kerrigan with the double entry.
Wow.
And if Kerrigan's popping off with kills, then FaZe are in a very good place.
And we see in almost every round, MOUZ have started out 3B, nades, Torzy there to support with the op.
Kerrigan gets wind of it, calls the counterplay.
Instant call out right there, instant call out.
The strat book goes deep. That's a 6th on the T side of Inferno.
Sometimes it's more sound to start out 2 pit. But they do want to leave Arch open. Obviously, if they knew that was coming, they wouldn't have started out like that at all. But that's pretty beastly.
Kerrigan knows what he wanted, calls it, and then he puts himself at the helm and delivers the double kill.
Now, I mean, they still save 3 on these 2 rounds, so they can continue to buy. And in fact, they won't even spend that much money, so even if they lose this next round, they'll probably have a full buy. So that's still good for MOUZ. Sucks to lose the round, of course. FaZe at this point, 10 rounds, they're at the major. That's it. So it's just that at least MOUZ have more chances to try.
You know, they're trying to get their hands on the hottest team in Counter-Strike at the moment.
Wow. Big clan.
That does make like all of these like conversations so difficult. Because how do I sit here and be like, FaZe, best in the world, rank #1? And then we all have to remember that, well, big are kind of sick.
Yeah, FaZe are best, but big are better.
Yeah. They gotta disrupt the narrative like that. Still, sick outcome. And now FaZe taking the quickest second route to the legend spot. Leaning on their seed to get that legendary spot locked in with this victory. 10 rounds away.
Ugh, this one feels a bit laggy. The setup from MOUZ, it's like they have the lane thing, so they're gonna can deny some lane pressure. But there's 2 on B, and when you have a setup like this, it's great. But your rotations are super slow, so you're specifically risking B on this kind of attack. Oh man, Twist gets that close, people will start overreacting.
Lesser CTs would, but MOUZ, they're just still gonna lean on what they're using. BMAS playing the counter flash.
Dexter's in a position to get mollied, and his BMAS doesn't have a smoke either. Or he does have a smoke. Okay, maybe he'll use it.
He's up above.
Oh, he's up above, yeah.
It's a weird one. Kerrigan going back to that B site. Dexter, he's going to activate. Nice spray down for the double. Does Rops anticipate the upper player?
Oh.
Yes. But what about Torzy's off? Quick shot into Rops. A 2v2. JDC inside of the B site. But all of a sudden, we've got Kerrigan in the CT spot. And JDC,
oh my God.
he just jumps into Brokey.
Oh, he thought it was going to be A because Twist was running through CT.
Right?
That is made such a bait by Twist. Holy crap, he's running towards the A site through the CT smoke. How are you supposed to read that?
Brokey and Kerrigan looking to lock it in.
Oh, he's so confused.
Torzy just doesn't know what has happened. He's trying to figure this out. It's going to need a quick flick, but no. Kerrigan just confusing the entirety of MOUZ. And Phases 7 come off the back of that.
Wow, and they went light on the mid control too, and Dexter was in the right spot. It was actually a good call in the setup. They got 2 on the spray down. Robs gets this though. Look at that.
Yep. Torzy comes at it. Brokey finds JDC. JDC was so confused by Kerrigan.
Dude, that was very smart by Twist.
Kerrigan.
Oh, sorry, it was Kerrigan and CT
yeah.
spawn?
Yeah.
Oh,
it was
sorry.
Twist originally, and then they switched out.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Kerrigan's like, no, this is my time to shine.
Yeah.
Dexter right there, though. Oh, quick casualty. Kerrigan's not going to give them any room to wiggle.
Damn, he's fragging too.
Not a chance to breathe.
Already had a 2-8 entry round.
Yep. He's doing numbers.
And he's already stolen space. The last time we saw Dexter in mid, the rotation was slow, and Torzi's coming in late once again. Ooh, this is legible as well.
Oh, Kerrigan is just reading them. And instead of sending in his pawns, he's the one making moves. Brokey finds BMAS as he burns blind. And that is Faze with an 8th on this T side.
Oh man, once again they look one-dimensional. Literally the same thing again, where they're light on mid, and they have 3B with the op from Torzi, either starting there or A every single time. And then Torzi just walks into position. Kerrigan's literally waiting for him. I wouldn't be surprised if Kerrigan was literally waiting for Torzi to walk in at that moment with that gun right after he killed Dexter. That's not good. In fact, that's bad.
Not unlucky?
Not unlucky. No, I don't think this is luck.
Just bad.
Yeah, this is actually just bad.
You know, it's really cool when you're watching a Faze game, and you can see that Kerrigan's brain is really kind of like piecing together everything.
Pulsing.
Right? He looks like the smartest player in the server because you know he's the one that's orchestrating, decision making and pulling all the strings. But then when he's the one pulling the strings and pushing the buttons,
yeah.
you know, that's when I'm like, damn, this guy is actually world class, dude. And he's he's outsurvived a lot of the players that he came up with.
Yes.
He's a legend. He if they win this game and they lock in as legends for Antwerp, he is so deserving of that label.
I mean, you're right.
A legend.
Yes. Maybe they could even make a major final. You know, you never know.
And you just know everybody on his team respects him.
Yeah, they buy into the system 100%.
You have to. You just have to. He's earned it. Here we go. Peek towards Arch. See if he can keep up the form. He sees the hands of the back player. Can't get that double mow down,
He saw the flash.
Torzy looking for the follow-up. But this is still lane pretty much open. We've got a pit player. The Arch peek gets punished by Twists. Crisp as can be. BMAS peeks out, shapes one off and a second. His multi-kill potential is big. His third right there. And here comes the fourth. BMAS doing a little bit of damage. Rops looking for his entry, falls down into the pit, clears that first one. JDC tries to challenge the Moto, and Rops still without bomb. Smokes off short. Doubles back for it. Both the counter-terrorists looking to peek, and that is where they end him. MOUZ, find 4.
BMAS is an actual demigod. I mean, you give him a rifle, he's not even relying on utility here. That was just perfect positioning. He dodges the incendiary. He also doesn't swing until he waits for the right time as that flash pops on lane, and then peeks out for his third kill. He's already done enough with these two for us to praise him. And look at that.
Yeah.
So confident, so composed.
Nice flash from Frozen.
It was, you know. And in a moment like that, it can be hard to hear the calm, and you'd be worried about getting swung on, but he just trusted it.
Shot spammed down through smoke.
But
JDC takes over logs.
But honestly, he's like the only compelling part about the team at the moment.
And we came into this series with a question mark hanging over his head.
Yeah.
Pimp was right.
Yeah, hate to say it, man. Just kidding, we love Pimp.
Like really, really love him.
Yeah.
JDC still just jump spotting here. Utility going to be a good sign of the pressure that's to come. And that'll draw Frozen back from his little expedition to the A site.
Dodge that nade this time.
Yep.
I mean, this is an invitation, right? Like, okay. Okay, I mean, they could lose. This comes down to Frozen. He has a good opportunity to get this spam off. I don't know if they're going to wait out the entire smoke. We'll see. Oh, they're leading so heavily right now. And Frozen just kind of playing back.
Well timed.
Oh, not bad.
Great spam damage, but JDC still out of the sight. Frozen can't take that risk of spraying more.
Oh, man.
He's about to be flashed. He gets flashed right in, stops bomb, and a second. Frozen with tons of damage. All on his own. Everything you see. But here comes Rain with a response. 2v2, and the time runs out.
Wow, there's no bomb. It's actually just Frozen that makes everything happen. With the flash coming in from CT spawn, I didn't think that'd be enough.
One-man army.
That's crazy. I mean, his spam timing was beautiful, obviously. The extra damage was also great. This flash was fantastic.
Stops the bomb with 8 seconds left.
Okay, they pull it off. I really didn't have a lot of stock in that, especially after JDC died in the back of the site and Frozen was playing back in spawn.
Yeah.
There just was not much special going on. That kind of felt like that Vitality B-site hold that we saw versus Na'Vi just a moment ago. Oh my god.
Twists finds JDC just hopping around haphazardly.
Twist
Dexter gonna lay the smoke in mid. 4v4 straight out the gate. Faze still gunning for them coveted double digits.
And they just burst up and take top mid as well.
Feels like if anybody's running risks, it's Faze. But calculated risks.
Yes, absolutely.
You know,
they kamikaze twist sometimes, depending on his spawn. They've definitely done that before.
Deep smokes into the A site. Torzy's going to kill Kerrigan on Arch, so it is nothing but the lane play. 3 players up. Dexter, with the element of surprise, jumps in from sight. Rob's dead after 1, and it's Brokey's chance to clutch. Shots going through. Torzy to a quarter, but Brokey even lower than that. He's outnumbered. Decides not to go for the bomb plant, instead pressuring closer towards Arch. And that's going to be the peak. That's the confirmation. 2 CTs coming right at him, and they end him inside sight. A 6th to the CT side.
Yeah, they're clawing back rounds. That's well done. That's well done. They stopped that mid pressure. Now, Twist going out for that kill, it's still a success. Even if he only gets 1 kill at the top of B, that still rocks the CTs up a lot, and some plays can still be built around that. So it's absolutely not a failure. In fact, he knows he's likely to die. But making it a 4v4 can just create a new situation, so it's at least easier to get a grasp on, you know, how to scare your opponent. Right now, I think, again, with the way MOUZ are rotating, FaZe will take any early advantage like that they can find.
Final round of the half. MOUZ hanging on. Question marks around what they can offer us on the offense, but at least on an individual level, competing with that of FaZe. Not something we saw on Nuke.
Yeah, actually way respectable in this first half.
Stepping it up. Still, definitely a challenge every step of the way. Rain with the slide by into BMAS, and then catching Torzy on the short side. FaZe just encapsulate this A site.
Damn.
And an encouraging end to their T side. Down goes JDC, and this one near flawless. Kerrigan feeling fired up as he gets a headshot to end it. And believe your eyes, folk, Kerrigan, the top fragger of this T side.
Yeah, and also playing high-risk CS. I mean, he's the guy getting entries on top of top fragging, controlling the map, really, with almost all of his plays. And he's entering without dying, too. He's not just going out 1 for 1. Get you a man like Kerrigan. It could do it all. This
Brain, dude.
Man,
he didn't stop. He was literally crouch walking sideways.
Yeah, my favorite part about this half was just the amount of looks that we saw from FaZe.
Sure. Yeah.
In terms of variations, like they were ending up looking like a similar strat that they used earlier, but the execution of it was always so different.
Little tiny changes.
Yeah,
Really kept MOUZ guessing.
And to contrast with MOUZ, I feel like that's something that they were missing on their T side attacks on Nuke.
See if Inferno is a whole different ball game, or more of the same from MOUZ. Aye.
Shot.
Rob's benched for round 16. Nades over the top, flash for mid.
I think it's supposed to be their Hall's flash, but they can just run out onto this. Oh my god, Twist.
He's going to turn it back towards Pit. He's got good cover. Kerrigan comes out from his sight position, and this overstacked A site.
Well. Okay, yeah, there was supposed to be a Hall's flash that came from mid, but they flashed mid as soon as they saw something. That player stayed alive, but they locked him into place.
When does Kerrigan just runs through the smoke and slides into the bomb site?
Yeah, dude. They just all fragged.
Bro, that is what a sick little slice through the smoke.
Yeah.
All right.
Damn.
With
it
that,
was actually a good call too.
A 10-6 versus Glocks in round 17. Again, if that's a sign of things to come, then it's just Faze not able to make mistakes. MOUZ are going to have to accept that they're about to get bullied in this one. And then our T side begins. Kerrigan wants that money. A couple kills will give him the moolah. Bemis, not yet found, hides in the underground with some kind of goblin. Twists, pops his noggin, and Faze lead by 5.
Yeah. Even though it comes just off a pistol, it's kind of meaningful at this point. With how much of an advantage they've already gotten. Full AK buy here of MOUZ. They really kind of just fight for their existence. Again, a situation where it's not a loser's match. Like they still have a chance to qualify after this, but you just don't want to give up any series right now because it could be the one that was even easier to get you to the major. He's kind of immediately gambling on A, holding back. Rain with a full belt here in CT spawn, so he can delay. MOUZ not putting on any pressure early, but they're making a good tempo here. There's even a chance that they kill him if he's not careful. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that chance was right there.
Yeah, and honestly, that swing that baits out the incendiary and the smoke at the same time. They'll be forced to respond to this, and they put themselves in a position to get the Halls lurk. Oh my god, Rain over the top of his own smoke. Jimmy rigs away to find a kill.
He's not giving them an inch. Nothing for free at B. That's going to send them all back.
Oh my god, and he also used his teammate to bait as his teammate falls back, and they're going to clear out top banana.
What about balcony, though? Could Bemis unravel this from
They know it's mid.
Oh, Twist nades Frozen out of the equation. Good flashbang. Twist comes out. It's only the balcony player, and Twist locks it in. 4 kills, assaulted from both directions.
Oh, that was sick.
A one-man meat grinder.
Yeah, that was sick. I mean, it comes off of Rain. All right, Rain makes the play. Not only does he not die at the top of B, he gets his smoking molly off. He gets a kill at the top of banana. He gets his teammate to bait for him as he pushes banana. He sees that they fell back. They smoke mid, and then Twist knows that the fights are coming.
Come on. That's a FAMAS highlight.
Yeah, I know.
That's a commercial and a half. Stonks on the rise. Faze 12-6.
They lost that round before they even knew it.
Before poor MOUZ are going to have to go back into the pistol realm. the end of the day, man, FaZe ranked #1 in the world.
Besides Big.
Sick stuff across this series. Dexter looking to send this Deeg downtown. Kerrigan already on the log ride. Rob's finding JDC as well, so they're not even wasting any time. I mean, you can just feel this electricity from FaZe. You can feel the confidence boiling over. And it's going to cost Brokey and Robs. Desert Eagle answering. Empty A1S. Twist gets back because of that. And here comes Kerrigan looking to finish off what is 2 of 3 incredibly tagged up players.
Keep telling the story. Things are going exactly as we anticipated.
Yes. Yes, that's called suppressive fire. It's not meant to hit anything. Kerrigan was just serving up a distraction. Because when he misses, it draws the MOUZ players back to Banana, which takes pressure off of A site, which is what FaZe wanted.
Oh.
You get it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's working. I think something's happening on the B stream.
Yeah, I can hear Harry.
Yeah.
And oh my, the world comes crumbling down around us. But honestly, Dignitas are winning maps, so lose your damn mind.
Yeah, seriously.
Kerrigan?
Oh.
Ah!
Whoa!
That's awesome.
Whoa! Oh my god, the collat. Oh my god, that actually allows FaZe back in. I mean, this is like he got one. Ooh.
Spray's not there.
Frozen is so close to dying.
He is locked in, dude. Nowhere to run.
Okay, they've planted. I think, obviously, it makes sense to try to take over Con, knowing one was spotted and one's on site. But they're double up here. There's no HE to work with, so they could frag out of this. They're going to spot one.
That's huge.
Nice peek from Frozen.
The fact that Frozen's able to get 2 kills with such little health. Twist's worried about what other position is occupied, but Twist knows. Twist knows, but still goes to the graveyard. 5 rounds the lead for MOUZ. For FaZe. But MOUZ are clawing back.
They are. They're fighting. They actually, yeah, they won that. I mean, you made it seem like they were going to lose this round.
Well, you know, maybe 12 health on 2 players. Get out of my way. You know, if you're going to kill your teammate, you might as well kill an enemy with the same bullet.
Sure.
It cancels each other out. And luckily for MOUZ, it doesn't cost them the round in the end of it. Good rock back. Gave him a lot of room, Kerrigan, going all the way back into the B site. Remember, he was so flashed as well. Without that flash, his MP9 just chews through those players. No contest.
Yeah.
Utility, folks, makes a difference.
Bit disappointing for MOUZ that they, you know, that's the way they win around.
See if they can somehow make it a consecutive. Torsi hoping for the aggression, but doesn't look like Kerrigan or Rain want to get too frisky on B.
Oh, fast step from Brokey, but he still wins the first duel and gets a dink off on Dexter.
That's crazy. Just that much more damage with the 1 extra bullet he gets to shoot.
Now, yeah, pit site set up here on the A site as the T start to work back towards it, and Rops is staying on top of the balcony, knowing there's an Arch player alive. So this is pretty risky, but at the same time, this is the guy that Brokey hit low.
Easy pickup versus Dexter.
Oh, the rotation is fast, and they're too slow to even take advantage of Rops, who just dropped into Big Pit. They didn't spot the cross.
So many players locked in. BMAS has to fly out through the smoke. That's not comfortable whatsoever. Torsi still also no vision. And this eventuality of Rain's flank through mid. 1 and 2.
Oh, man.
Easy does it. They fall right back into their own demise and FaZe 13.
They really fumbled the timings there.
Yes, sir.
They had an opportunity. They lost it. Brokey helped out with the damage that he got, you know, allowing Rops to play in such a strong spot, but they let Rops go from his position after he showed himself. You know, even crossing over to Big Pit, and that was the time to strike on the site. And if they had gone earlier as well, you wouldn't have even seen Kerrigan flank the guy who was rapping in the final moments. So just a bit sluggish here for MOUZ. Can't give FaZe an inch right now. They're so comfortable, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, strat book's deep, talent's deep.
I mean, I guarantee if they just did their mid play again, they'd win. You know, it's just, even though they lost that last one.
Odds just seem so stacked against MOUZ, but that's why we wait to see if they can give us anything else.
Yeah.
Never too late to change the narrative, but with a buy like this, you'd assume 14-7.
They're going to need that BMAS Deagle to pop off.
Or a JDC Tech 9 drive-by.
Oh, okay, yeah, maybe.
Oh, he got the dink. Kerrigan left with 3 HP, but they don't really follow up on that banana pressure. And the apartments play here from Rops will net them something. Brokey's op dropped in mid. Torzi's going to try to overtake it. They think that Rops is going to come in from the balk, but it's frozen with the smoke spam. Torzi's op connects to Twist.
Okay.
And MOUZ with nothing wins something.
Yeah, all right, okay. Wow, I take it all back. I'm sorry. MOUZ on pistols then.
Like we all expected.
Yeah, like we all expected. Rops thought he could get free damage just spamming the boiler. All right, yeah, a second T round here from MOUZ, just kind of running at it.
To be honest, man, if I'm in a point-blank smoke spam battle, AK versus Deagle, I'm putting all my money on Rops.
Yeah, exactly.
And in this round, I'm going home broke.
Yes. But all the other times, you brought home a steak for dinner.
That's a little bit of a lifeline. Okay, the cash is not there for FaZe.
That's true.
That is definitely, you know, that's a round we're going to have to just sit here and remember.
Well, tell us how, I mean, first of all, the best fragger in the server has an AK, so don't forget that.
Are you talking about Kerrigan?
Yeah.
Okay. They gave Torzi a free op. Attack pause here from FaZe, first one of Inferno.
Oh, they're investing. Oh, they're slamming this round.
Oh, it's going to have, I mean.
You know what? It's got 3 rifles.
Yeah, yeah.
What's Rain working with? Let's see if they can muster up the utility required. Now, the one main disadvantage here is just that MOUZ Sports know if they're going to buy, it's going to be a real force. So they're not going to treat it like anything else.
What shortcomings does this buy from FaZe have in the end? Rain with the Deagle?
Yeah. Deagle, and you just get some extra utility.
Yeah. Not the best nades, but Kerrigan going to juggle some smokes. He's not very good at juggling. He kept dropping them. Little stockpile of grenades there. I saw an extra incendiary and 2 additional smokes, but that frag, those frags, as if Rain wasn't already playing on hard mode. 36 health with his Deagle.
They're calling him out quickly. Fast banana pressure. Those 3 nades at Hobbit.
Just keep dropping them.
Yeah, if they had taken out Rain there, they could have talked, but FaZe being forced to use these smokes early. They really wanted to end A. How many is Rain sitting on now?
Kerrigan still has another smoke and molly.
Oh, it's Kerrigan. Oh, okay. Rain's the one who's rotated over. Yeah, good thing for MOUZ that they came here early. They could still get away with this ending B, and it feels like they are going to commit to it. But, you know, this one's going to last until the 15-second mark. Then this molly comes down. Man, if Kerrigan pulls this off.
Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah, that would be kind of special.
But they could also disrespect it.
Rotation's starting to come over. It's actually Brokey with one of the good guns.
Kerrigan just standing in the open pit. Tag down to 70. Trying to find Sanctuary somewhere on site. 20 seconds left over.
Oh my god, he got the kill. They haven't traded it. Guys, they need to get in there.
Look at all that damage. I mean, this could be huge for Brokey. He shaves Torzi off the play. JDC comes in. You know he wants to plant. He's got 10 seconds to get that bomb in and no support on the site. Rain's going to run right in, but Frozen gives cover. And Brokey doesn't strike him down when he had the chance. So JDC is able to recover it all. And now Bemis is about to a hit. Twist never sees this coming.
Okay, that's wow. They saved that. Holy.
I really thought Brokey would have challenged that bomb plant.
Yeah, he just couldn't see it.
Didn't go for it. Instead, I guess Rain was communicating that he was the one that wanted to stop it. But then
No,
when
he couldn't see it. There was like nade smoke on it. He's the guy who pushed CT, right?
No, that was Rain. Brokey was the one sitting behind Coffin the whole time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, why didn't swing out wider?
Yeah, I thought maybe he'd try to, but I guess because Rain took up the mantle, and then Rain can't see it because of cover.
Well, yeah, you also, sometimes someone's going to be watching it, so I just think, Rain could have probably pre-fired. That's one thing from CT.
Just really, JDC, I feel like on the brink of death in that bomb
That was
plant.
so close. Everything was so close right there. I mean, they just kind of messed. Like, Kerrigan was able to stand out in the open with no nades, no smokes left to stop any of the mollies, just between the pillar and quad with an MP9 and get a kill and almost get 2 without anyone swinging on him because the spacing was that poor. And I'm not sure if there was counter flashes that slowed him down, but whatever it was, FaZe nearly won that round with the 3 rifles. What a nasty shot from Brokey.
Well, what if they win it with 1 op?
Yeah, can't help but feel like it's possible.
Robs with that infamous 5-7. BMS has such a huge advantage, but he doesn't come around the corner. He may never realize how close he just was.
Yeah.
3 players pressuring towards the top of Banana. Get this mid-peek from Brokey. That's 2 now on the op.
And now Robs can actually flank and get that gun, and they're forced to come forward.
And Brokey has enough time to run over towards B. Kerrigan and Rain, though, they get instantly caught by these AKs. Utility here for the CT. Torsi catching Robs on the flank, so it really does fall onto Brokey and Brokey alone.
Okay.
Should be good. Should be.
FaZe wishing they invested again in this
Right?
round.
You never know when it's going to actually hit, but nice attempt here from Brokey to make the magic happen. Robs drops the weapon down at the bottom of Banana. There is still a weapon to recover here from Twist over deep on alt mid. So he'll run for that one. And that should help FaZe by, but that's MOUZ within 3 of FaZe.
Yeah, well, okay, credit to MOUZ. They are getting themselves out of some pretty nasty positions in each of these rounds, and it feels like they're going to lose, they're going to lose, they're going to lose, and they win. But yeah, the one thing that's consistent is they're winning. They're figuring it out. So at least they get to double digits in a game that just felt like it was going to be over. They've got the op, they've got some money. I think they've got FaZe's attention now. Laser focus here from Frozen.
MOUZ hanging on, man.
They are.
And for that, I have respect for them.
You gotta peel their fingers off that cliff, one finger at a time.
Stomp on their hands. Poke them in the eyes.
Oh my god. Illegal eye pokes?
You don't fight to make friends.
It's true.
Frozen falling away from the fire. Gets back into the safety of ramp. Very pleased to see MOUZ, kind of exceeding our expectations, especially after that blowout on Nuke. In hindsight, I wonder if they regret that map pick. Here on Inferno, they're doing some genuine damage.
I'll start believing if they win this round, I will say. I mean, we do have, three weirder ones. Rain peeking this by himself, but could be enough to go behind it. Wow, just open spot, and I think a window flash comes down, and Rain will be out here posted. They're worried about Torsi, so this might be an opportunity. Let's see if they clear Rain or if he gets away with one.
Hell, if they line up, he could even get the 2.
Oh my god,
3!
Jesus!
He loses Brokey over his shoulder, but Rain delivers a damning 3K. And JDC puts his head on a silver platter. Rain trying to get it. It's down to the wire. 1 health. He gives JDC a warning. Don't you dare try me.
Man, no matter what.
He has 7 bullets left in his gun in total.
That's crazy. That was some sharpshooting, man. That was.
There's a new one for him. Rain set up wonderfully.
Yeah, he took control of that.
And you know, like,
Man, how can you expect the kind of aggression right there, right? Because he snips in front of the half wall with an op behind him. They don't even have bottom B smoked. So they're relying on the fact that MOUZ simply aren't posted on top of Banana. Otherwise, they lose just because of that. And that's kind of the scariest part about FaZe is that they're even willing to take a risk. They just lost 3 rounds in a row. Maybe this game gets out of hand. But they're still willing to play the same style of risky CS and commit to it. And you can't blame MOUZ for getting caught off guard by that. Because, like, at what point is your opponent going to back down? You know, and start to play a little safer. Just can't get it out of FaZe.
Hanging on to that identity. FaZe's formula finds 14. Ferocious 4-piece from Rain. Now MOUZ want to take that challenge to top Banana, but Dexter, he loses 30 of his health and jumps right over top of the car. Kerrigan tries to come out, gets that one trade, falls back, will be chased. Frozen just can't get him. Each team concedes a kill and falls back. Brokey's going to stay posted on the op.
Torzi waiting. 3 CTs moving into position. Or no, it's 1 going back towards Speedway. They left 1 at Sandbags. Are they going to stay here? No, that's a risk. Yeah, Kerrigan, I feel like he almost regretted that and then came back to it. But the op goes into place. Oh, and Frozen goes just wide enough.
Very nice. Just getting past that op.
A CT is just thinking about saving already. Rob's going to take a peek into mid. BMAS is here waiting for him. Will this be red? Look how low BMAS is holding this just in case that someone crouch peeks him.
And with that, it's just Twist left over. MOUZ, they lose to the Rain risk of the previous round, but then they're able to get past Brokey's op.
Yeah. Yeah, that was one moment where they didn't look ultra confident. They were kind of half in and out of that late top Banana setup. And if Kerrigan had stayed at Sandbags, then they could have just fought top Banana. But instead, he just walked into Sandbags and then got killed walking out. So he saw that smoke as an opportunity to play there, but he realized he didn't want it. So that's a moment where even if you're making, I guess, the incorrect play in your own mind, better to commit to it than get caught rotating.
So does this mean you believe?
I personally still don't.
Okay, that's fair.
I mean, I don't know what you think.
No, I mean, the Rain risk leads me to believe that Kerrigan's not done calling strats. I am very impressed by the fact that Frozen just taps right into Brokey on the CT cross. You know, if somebody wants to go ham, stand up, carry, let's see it. But it does just feel like we are, you know, getting closer to that inevitable FaZe 2-0. Buys decent. Nades limited. This is all their bank accounts can afford, FaZe. Sometimes you're not going to be inspired by map wins. Sometimes you're just going to be, you know, convinced by the grind. And I feel like that is what MOUZ are doing, grinding these.
Yeah, that makes sense. Oops. That's a whiff smoke.
It's ugly.
Yeah, they're going to hang on to this info, but there's still 3B here.
Dexter looking to weaponize it. Rain's holding a nade just on oranges. CT smoke goes down. Dexter's looking to just maybe run right in, and Rain ends him. Quick MP9 head smash.
Oh, they're delaying now. The Molly is going to expire the smoke. Rain
still
stays
boosted.
at oranges.
He strikes JDC down. Kerrigan comes over Coffin, so disrespecting both of those smokes. And then Twist's going to go for a follow-up boost. So they had already cleared it once Twist gets his first kill. BMAS going to have to give us an incredible 1v4 or FaZe to 15. Lots of bodies stacking up on the CT cross. Half health, and he is down. Twists puts his name on this one with a 3K from CT cross. 4 map and match points.
It's not super likely, but what if they missed the smoke on purpose? Spade him forward. I mean, Dexter tried to use him against them. But they had 3 there, so, you know, they could smoke it and just wait for that exec. either way, I think MOUZ were going to commit to the site. But yeah, they let the molly go down, separated Dexter from his next closest teammate, and he had to get that instant trade. But he was standing in a molly, going up against that close range MP9, couldn't put it together. And FaZe just had too many members, too close by to overcome. They wanted to NB, they got it. Oh, now a little bit more risky.
Yeah, let's see it.
Yeah, barreling up mid.
Come on,
with
man.
the flash. Oh, they eat it.
Money on that utility from FaZe. I love the fact that MOUZ were trying to run something risky, but FaZe just call it out. Perfectly timed countered utility. Leaves Dexter battered, bruised, and barely alive on 1 HP. Flash in front of the boiler for BMAS. He comes out, kills Rops. That's something of a response. But a 3v5 between them and FaZe as legends in Antwerp.
Oh, taking their time in mid. Twist was all alone just for a second. And now they've got full eyes on both the choke points on A, looking to reclaim Arch as well. I think as soon as they feel like it could be Banana again, they're just going to walk and peek it. Yeah, they do. And they see nothing here in mid. Oh, man, they let Rain get as far as to get into Cubby. He's going to peek into mid, and that's just into the op of Dexter.
1 health.
Another chance.
Kerrigan's going to press up next to the arch wall. BMAS getting dangerously close here to Twists. Twists going to let him drop down onto the hay cart. Kerrigan comes running outwards. Now Twist is going to execute. 1, 2, 3. And FaZe take that legend spot. A well-deserved label.
Yeah, they made it happen. They lost a big yesterday, but today is a new day. That is, they put MOUZ down and in 2 maps, without making it seem like they ever really lost control. Nuke was something special.
Yes.
And I'm sure they're feeling very good about how they look now going into the major. Of course, people had questions after Big, but some of us who have been watching Big have pretty high respect for them just at the moment. This is not an easy game, and I think it kind of just went according to expectations, unfortunately for MOUZ. But it doesn't mean that they're eliminated.
No.
This is just to congratulate FaZe for moving forward.
Exactly, man. We're working with minimal spots left, right? That is the kind of nervousness that'll sink into the back of MOUZ's minds. But if they were able to push FaZe, I would not say to the limit, but still to some very awkward moments within Inferno, that's something. It's that blowout on Nuke that I think MOUZ are going to be truly disappointed with. Unfortunately as well, that kind of like outlier of a performance from Dexter coming into this best of 3 has now come to an end. Wasn't able to frag out.
Yeah,
wasn't able to hang on.
Yeah, he had some trouble, especially on the A-holds in the first half, where Kerrigan was sussing him out over and over again, whether it was like on the left side of mid or the right side, sneaking a boy at one time, and then constantly taking advantage of Torzy, making that predictable rotation in through spawn, just always ahead of that. Kerrigan played as well as he called, I think, throughout the series, and I think, unfortunately, the opposite can be said for Dexter. So,
was very cool to see Kerrigan giving us kills and those highlight moments. Rain